Well, it's time now for business, and for that I'm joined in the studio by Stephen Carroll. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Hagsy.
You're starting with some news from YouTube, which has become the latest online digital platform to suspend Donald Trump's account.
That's right, it stopped new videos from being uploaded to the outgoing US president's channel over concerns about the potential for violence. Donald Trump's channel has around 2.8 million subscribers on YouTube. In a statement, the company said that after review, it had removed new content uploaded to his channel for violating their policies. It describes this as a first strike, which prevents the account from uploading new content for a minimum of 7 days. The company also saying that it was disabling comments on Donald Trump's videos indefinitely. So that channel and its older videos are still accessible in the meantime. The site, which is owned by Google's parent company Alphabet, is the latest tech company to take action against Donald Trump since last week's violence in Washington. Twitter and Facebook went even further in removing his accounts.
Now, Stephen, next to talks of a potential merger between two retail giants. Tell us more.
This is Canada's Couche-Tard convenience group, which is in preliminary talks to merge with the French retail giant Carrefour. A takeover would create a company worth more than $50 billion. Carrefour says that the discussions were friendly, while the Canadian group has said that there's no certainty the talks would lead to a deal. Couche-Tard has around 9,000 convenience stores across North America, but a much smaller presence in Europe, while Carrefour is France's biggest supermarket chain. That story making waves on the stock markets at the start of trading in Europe. Carrefour shares starting the day up 10% in Paris on news of those talks. Investors certainly excited about the news. Sharp gains for the rival supermarket group Casino as well. They're up over 5%. Overall, though, the market's starting pretty flat the day in Europe. The DAX in Frankfurt just dipping into the red there. On the Asian markets, it was a mixed picture earlier. We had gains on the Nikkei in Tokyo and on the Kospi in Seoul, but falls on the markets in Shanghai and Hong Kong.
Now, Stephen, back here in France, you've been looking at some of the challenges that apprentices have been facing during the pandemic.
So COVID-19 has meant that whole sectors have had to shut down, like tourism and hospitality. And that's not just affecting those who are already working, it's also having an impact on those students who are training and trying to start their careers. Georgina Robertson has the story.
Training for a career in tourism, but no chance of gaining practical experience. This student has lectures 2 days a week. The rest of the time she's meant to be working in the sector. Since March last year, she has sent over 160 CVs to hotels, tourism offices, but everywhere is closed due to the pandemic. If she doesn't find a work placement before the end of February, she will have to stop her training.
C'est une grande déception. C'est très triste d'un côté parce que c'est vraiment une passion pour moi le tourisme. J'aurais aimé en vivre, vraiment en faire mon métier. Et ce qui est plus décevant, c'est que c'est même pas de ma faute en tant que personne.
For many of these students, these work placements also provide a salary they're no longer getting.
J'ai aucun revenu, j'ai rien, j'ai dû repartir habiter chez mes parents. Et c'est une indépendance à laquelle je dois renoncer pour pouvoir continuer d'avancer.
Maeva is studying for a diploma in the hospitality industry. But the restaurant where she is doing her apprenticeship is closed. So now it's only at her college she is able to get experience, serving her teachers and classmates. In a few months, she will finish her training, but she's worried about not finding work after.
Tous les restaurants sont fermés, mais il y en a beaucoup qui ferment définitivement aussi. Forcément, quand on va pouvoir réouvrir, je l'espère, il y en a pas mal qui ne recruteront pas et du coup, forcément, ça va être un peu compliqué à trouver.
The French government has promised nearly €7 billion of financial aid to boost youth employment. But with curfews and continuing COVID restrictions, the future is uncertain for those hitting the job market later this year.
Now, finally, from you, Stephen, a recent change in terms and conditions of the messaging app WhatsApp has given some users pause for thought.
So WhatsApp users since the start of this month have been asked to agree to new terms and conditions, and they allow the app to share certain payment and transaction data with Facebook, which is its parent company. But some users have interpreted this as affecting their privacy on the platform. That's despite strong denials from Facebook, which has insisted that the privacy of messages and calls among friends and family won't be affected by these changes. Nevertheless, it does seem to have sparked an interest in alternatives to WhatsApp. Data from Sensor Tower, published in the Financial Times, show that downloads of Signal and Telegram soared in the week following the announcement of these new policies. Signal in particular saw downloads rise by over 3,500% compared to the previous week, while Telegram's downloads were up by around 180%. By contrast, downloads of WhatsApp had fallen. Now, WhatsApp is by far the biggest player in this sector. They've 2 billion users globally. Telegram recently just surpassed the 500 million mark, but it looks like the users could be looking for options.
It does. Stephen Carroll with a look for the day's top business news. Thank you very much.